Ladies and gentlemen, explore NIO evolving sales approach with shortened rentals, selective test drives, and changing promotions, impacting deliveries in a shifting subsidy landscape. We should talk about deliveries, which are 4,200, which have decreased slightly from 4,600 before. Now, what is NIO doing to improve its strategy on the sales front? Well, as you may know, NIO used to rent its cars, meaning you could get a car for free for 2 weeks, 14 days. Then they reduced it to 7 days, and now it's down to 24 hours. So if you are a prospective buyer and are interested in purchasing this car, you can test drive a NIO for 24 hours and then return it. NIO is doing this, and it has been stated that this is not available in every city, especially in smaller towns. All vehicle models can be test driven for 24 hours. In larger cities, it's only available for the 7 Series cars, such as ES7, EC7, and ET7, because these cars are a bit harder to sell. What is NIO doing on the promotion front? Almost all year, the same promotion has been running. You get a direct discount of 5,000 RMB, which can be used for car options, and there are inventory cards as well. A direct discount of 10,000 NIO points, and then a 1-year free NIO Plus membership worth 4560 RMB. And they are emphasizing significant savings in the purchase tax of 27,000 RMB. Okay, these are their promos. With a good system, low interest rates, almost zero. Well, not completely zero, perhaps 1 or 2%. According to my last check, it was 2.6%. Low interest rates, and you can practically buy a car with zero down payment. This is basically the same promotion, and if you are doing what you have always been doing, you cannot wait for the results to change suddenly, right? If you haven't brought any promotions, the last quarter saw a surge in deliveries, and Q4 of 2022, everyone was rushing to buy a car because they needed the national EV subsidy, which was about to expire. And by the end of 2022, that date was the same. And what NIO did, this is it. NIO had promised that prospective buyers, whether you couldn't buy the car in 2022, if you placed an order by the last day of 2022, you would still get a discount until January. All right, and NIO was paying for subsidies. In reality, this was coming out of NIO coffers. This greatly benefited Q4 deliveries, then January and February deliveries, and then March deliveries were just hardcore promos because they were leaving out January. This was quite a shock. In July and August, the launch of ET5 and ES6 happened. This was a popular product, and it was also the era of the first free battery swap, as you can see. Last year, if you bought a car, you would get a free battery swap and a subsidy in July. If you bought a car, even if you didn't get a subsidy, you would still get a free battery swap. But now is a time when you don't have any of these things. So it's becoming very difficult. Without having as many impactful incentives as before, competing is quite challenging. This means that Q4 might have fewer deliveries than Q3. This is very likely. This is very likely unless NIO brings some very ancient plans that motivate people to buy cars. NIO is very sensitive to pricing. I mean, give the car a little discount and people will come to buy it. In my opinion, this year, Q4 won't be like the previous year's Q4, because in previous years, there was always a rush to get the car early since subsidies would be reduced next year. This year, there is no subsidy. There's nothing pressuring people to buy a car quickly. All right, because at that time, it was just a rush to buy a car quickly. People were rushing to get the car quickly. When you bought your NIO, you got a discount of 36,000 RMB and a subsidy. That was quite a lot. Every year, this discount was reduced from 20,000 to 10,000. And then there was nothing. Now there's nothing at all. There's no pressure on people. If there's no pressure, it's very difficult to see a growth of 20,000 to 30,000 deliveries or more, unless they make deals with some other competitors who offer different kinds of incentives. I think Ally Auto, which makes good money by selling cars, has a lot of incentives to spend money and speed up sales and transactions, which I think is quite sensible. I think NIO, being capable, will just let the money be spent on incentives, discounts, and promos. Essentially, let it be as it is, and if people want to buy the car will speak for itself. They won't do much advertising and will focus on their sub-brand. They'll release the car. All right. Thank you for joining us today. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more stock predictions and market insights. Remember to turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update. Happy investing and see you in the next video.